From Victoria Falls to the world, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first episode for 2026 Views and Vibes with Jayvan. My name is DJ Jayvan, and of course, I hope you guys have been good. You know, we've been a little bit quiet, but we're to holiday. After all, there was December, and of course, there was January. It's a brand new month, brand new episode, and of course, brand new conversations coming to you today from Victoria Falls, Chisanyama. I'm sure you can check out the background. You know how we love to do these things, man. Whenever we have any kind of conversation, we like to give you the background that has to do with that particular thing. And if anything, if you've heard anything about Chisanyama, it's one of the most popping outdoor places right here in Vic Falls. This way, it was happening in December. This way, I was actually DJing in December. And today we chose this as our joint so that we can just come here and have a great conversation. It's always about tourism and entertainment. And today's episode, we ask a very big question. What happens to world-class destinations when anchor events disappear? So this is what I'm talking about. December in Victoria Falls used to feel different. 2015 and up to around 2019, when major festivals were active, this town didn't just host tourists, it pulled them in. Hotels were full, nights were actually very much alive. Energy was concentrated, then everything stopped. Globally, that is, you remember COVID-19, 2019, rather at the end of 2019, it explains the break for the entire world. And because even with the recovery now in 2022 and better travel numbers in 2023, 2024, even up to now, the December pulse, I'm talking about the pulse, the December pulse didn't actually quite come back. Globally, once a destination loses its peak compression, it rarely regains it without intentional intervention. So here's the real question. Did recent Decembers create noise? Did they create any kind of movement? Because festivals don't just add events, they compress demand. People arrive together, they stay longer, they spend more. And when that disappears, a destination risks becoming a stopover instead of an experience. So that's what we're on about on today's Views and Vibes with Jayvan. We're asking the hard questions about events, nightlife, and tourism, and whether Victoria Falls is still creating that December pulse. To join me on today's conversation, I've got none other than one huge promoter who's been in the game for a very long time in Victoria Falls, creating events, quite a lot of events, big events. The man who was actually the brains behind Mapopoma Festival and all other kind of events that he's going to talk about. Introducing, well, to those who don't know, but to those who know, either way, DJ Spevar, Patrick Musonza. So welcome to the show, my brother.
I'm good, my brother. What's good?
Can you see I actually booked out the whole of Victoria Falls Chisanyama for you for this conversation?
It's a huge honor. Yeah. Thanks. I mean, I follow your podcast. You're doing a good job driving Vic Falls, talking about hard facts. Hard talk.
We have to have those kind of conversations.
Yes,
we really do.
It's important.
And you know, I know you. A lot of people in Victoria, I think everybody in Vic Falls knows you, if we're being honest. And then you've got your pockets here and there. I know Harare knows you as well, but you've got your pockets. But I think we need to start, from your side, get people to actually know the real Spevar, even outside of entertainment. If you were to introduce yourself to the world in that way. So I was saying, the whole of Vic Falls knows you. Regionally known. I know Harare knows you because you deal a lot with people also coming from that side in your space in terms of promoting, entertainment and everything. But now for those people who may not know you, how would you introduce yourself? Who is Patrick Spevar Musonza in events and also outside, beyond events?
When you say everyone knows me, I doubt.
But in Vic Falls.
Look, I know quite a few people that, when you meet them, they say, look, I don't know you.
All right.
I guess, yes, I am known.
Yeah.
Because, I've been doing events in Vic Falls for what, 24 years?
24 years now.
Yeah,
that's
24
a long time.
Years.
Yeah.
And people knew me more when I was still, DJing.
Oh, yes.
Full time.
Yeah.
I think then we had more impact because I was seen every weekend.
Yeah.
Then obviously some 8-10 years back I retired, and
post moves, post levels, leave it for the kids. What was the reason?
The feet start giving up.
Oh,
and you know, when you could DJ 8 hours, you see yourself, I can't do this anymore. Then when you do an hour and you see yourself struggling, then you know, I think your time is up. And also, you know, I'll be very honest with you, with the new trends and new software, the new DJs coming in here, I call them bedroom DJs because you know, with a laptop in his bedroom, he can do all sorts of
whatever.
wonders. Yeah, and I figured, you know, I think it's high time to. It's like a relay.
Yeah.
You do your race.
Pass the baton
to the other guys. You know, I remember a couple of years with DJ Fatso when he was still starting off. You know, we're doing Wild Thing and all other places. And look at him today.
And he's also working with a lot of young guys. That's one thing I noticed. He's still active, but he's got also other young people that is pushing around him.
Of course. I mean, we took the baton over from DJ Mike Piri. And we did our stretch, and now, you know, it's
time for others.
You DJ still, so it's your guys' time to
with
shine.
A chance of rain.
We've had our own time to shine, and I think we should give.
How did you enter initially? Like, for you to be like, okay, now I'm a promoter. Was it a passion thing? Was it you know?
I'm not in the music business. I'm in the music industry. So anything music related, I love to be part and parcel of it. And I was so blessed to have toured, you know, not just Zim but the world round, playing at festivals, clubs, and so on and so forth. And one thing I'd always noticed when I was out of Vic Falls was the difference in how they did things outside the country and how they did things, not just in Vic Falls but in Zim. And I kept saying to myself, you know, one day I'm going to do something like this as well. That's what brought up me shifting more from DJing to promoting and running. Promoting is not really my most favorite, but I love hosting festivals.
All right.
Multi-day festivals for me is what really makes more sense.
Now, coming to your most, I think what people know you for right now, your most recent big event, and I'll say of all time because it's a major role. It's a Ima Popoma Festival. I believe right now most people would know you for that. Can you give us like how did that whole vision begin? Because I know there were things before that.
If you go back, I didn't start with Mapopoma. You know, Mapopoma maybe became my focal highlight. You know, if 2 years before Mapopoma, we were doing what was called Fallen. At the rest camp.
Okay.
And I think prior to that, we were not doing festivals per se, but we were doing, you know, we worked a lot with Zambezi House, New Year's Eve, one day events, and so on. So when initially Fallen was a pilot project just to see if it works,
if it's doable,
do we have what it takes to do it, you know, and it worked out. No, we did it 2015, 2016, and then 2018 we didn't do anything. 2018 was time for me. I mean, 2017 was time for me to sit back, look at what others were doing, what we had done before, and what we can improve on. Then I said, I want to start something that has relevance with this place. And you know, Mapopoma means the Victoria Falls.
It just fell in.
It just fell in. You look, we juggled a couple of names around. You know, when I started Mapopoma, my co-founder was James Jimmy, and I know we threw about 9 names, cut them down to about 4, then 2. Then we said, look, Mapopoma works. So we pushed Mapopoma. 2018. If you know, that was the first we did that. We partnered with Zambezi House. They were going to be the partner and ran the bar. And look, at the time, it was more of the frustration of the local artists.
Most
of
I
the
local
artists, they were so frustrated. There were bigger and better events happening in this town, but not being given a platform. All the locals, be it DJs or musicians, were not being given a platform to showcase their talent. And whenever there's a big event of that nature, I'll give an example of the Vic Falls Marathon. After the marathon, there's the big concert. Such platforms are good for emerging local talent. That should be given, the first 2 to 3 hours of the concert. Then the big boys can come and and finish off.
Because you've got everybody out there and you've got your local hitters that these ones they hit, but they don't have the exposure. And then here's the platform. There's a lot of people here. Show them what you got.
So that lacked in the Falls. Big events were happening, but the local artists and the local, including myself as a DJ, I think those are some of the frustrations and driving factors. So I said to myself, okay, if you can't, get onto the stage, let's compete with them. Then so that's how we formed Mapopoma, and the very first edition had no artists from outside.
I remember that one. And that was a crazy one.
It was all Vic Falls DJs, Vic Falls artists.
How did it feel for you? I remember how it felt for me. I knew that every artist was invested in marketing that show. And people actually came out in numbers. We kind of sort of packed. We had a full house in a way.
You know what?
But for me it was surreal. I knew what power we have, but I didn't think we can bring everybody to that joint.
It came as a shock. Actually, I knew we'd get numbers. I was playing more in the maybe if we push hard, 800 to 1.5.
To 1.5,
Then first day, boom, 3 grand.
3,000.
3,000 people came the first day. Second day, numbers dropped a bit. We had about 2,600 and something. Then 31st was a shocker. Because even people that had come into town to attend another event eventually just rolled
through.
Down to Zambezi's house. So I think the third day we had about 4,000 something plus.
That was a good number.
And it was so nice because day one was locals, Vic Falls locals. I think 98%. I would also, I think the numbers dropped because of distance. Because you remember it was 3 days, so 29. So being able to do 29, 30, 31, I think the locals came through for the first day, took a break on the second day, and then came full force for the third day.
Makes sense. But I remember people had come from outside of town. Actually ended up having to share. They'd come for something else.
And the funny thing is, we were saying to ourselves, we'll close at 2. And 2 o'clock, others were now coming from elsewhere, there. And then we ended up, closing at 6, 7,
the whole night.
The whole morning.
Amen.
So that's how I think Mapopoma was given birth. It was mainly to support the local talent.
How did that shift when international or rather regional artists started coming in? Because there was a general feeling when I speak to local artists that, okay, this thing has started and we've put it up, but now that they are bringing maybe artists from outside of Vic Falls, which is natural, by the way. If you're an artist, you can't always complain there's an artist coming from outside because you also want to go perform outside. But the general feeling was, we started this, but we are not being treated or maybe even paid the same way, with the other. We're no longer being put in the forefront. What happened?
True. Music business is like any other job, any other company, and if you go to even a hotel, the people are not paid the same. You are paid according to your grade. And another thing people need to also understand is, the bigger the festival, the bigger the financial impact. Okay. So you also want to try and get your money back. And as a festival that was starting, we didn't even have any sponsors. We did that event from our own pocket. We partnered with other guys that had services that we needed, that we could not pay for, but could bring them in, and then with what we ever make from the gate, then we share accordingly. That's how you always have to build, because we won't have all the driving tools to get that happening.
Yeah.
So as the festival grows bigger, you then realize even the tech rider has to be bigger.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now the expense becomes also bigger. So in order for you to then make that money, you then have to realize that, no, I need to bring in a big headliner.
Yeah.
Right? That will attract the right numbers such that I make something and the people that are coming in with all the other support are able to make something out of it.
Yeah.
And it's like a child. You know, when you are born, you are putting on pampers and what have you, but you know, as you get older, you shift into bigger clothes, bigger shoes. It's the same thing with the festival.
But now looking back, don't you think maybe you may have made mistakes? You remember that one that was a Chino Timber?
Yeah.
It's the one that was, I think, not a success.
Not a success.
That was
That
the
was
one
2019,
episode, 2019, that didn't go well. But I particularly remember that it had a lot of artists that were mainly from Harare, and without any kind of disrespect, some of the guys were coming from the city, from the big city, but they were not heavy hitters, but they were on that list. And now I think maybe locals couldn't, you know, be like, okay, who am I going there for? Who am I going there? Because I remember the big name that was there must have been XQ.
Yes,
and probably that's the year that Babe Sotumo that
ended up not happening.
So it was more of their artists coming from another city, but respectfully, maybe they're not as much as of heavy hitters, and local artists be like, I think I could have gotten that space and all that.
So if you look at 2019, we had partnered with other people.
Oh,
right? Initially.
Yeah.
Then they were coming in with big headliners.
All right.
You know, your Tira, your Big Nas,
Yes.
your Babes
Odumo.
and so on and so forth. And you know, as we were getting closer to the event, and somehow, somewhere, things didn't work out, and almost at the last minute, we dropped the big South African acts.
All right.
So people had geared
for
up for that.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, two things changed. One, the lineup changed. Two, the venue changed.
The venue changed. Yes, I remember that.
So the venue also is a huge factor because remember, this is New Year's. So everybody from the ghetto, from out, they want to come into town.
Yeah.
For New Year's Eve. But we took the event to them, which also was we shot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
But you see what?
You were dealing with what's available.
Available. But you see what? As you do these events, you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
And you know, you pick yourself up, and you aim for bigger and better. But I think 2019 was affected by those two major
and then
mistakes.
Later on, you came back, and I remember the last Mapopoma. It had a lot of artists. I think it had Your Maps. It had was it Nati or Shabat? Murumbas. You know, that was a heavy one.
It had Baba Harare.
So now, this is the question. I asked. I think I spoke to you privately, but let's put it right here. When I asked you, I said, why is Mapopoma not coming back? You're like, it's not making the money. I'm like, but the last one there, you had all these people, and there was a crowd. There was good artists, and there was a crowd. What was missing?
So, 2023 is when we did, I think, the biggest Mapopoma festival, where we had 6,000 plus.
Yeah.
Right? Fast forward, 2024, when we looked at the dynamics, looked at who we wanted to bring, how we wanted to bring them, and so on and so forth. The first big issue that came up was bringing it, because we don't have that equipment in Vic Falls, was bringing equipment from Harare or from wherever it was coming from into Vic Falls. And most of the guys were saying, no, we are not coming because the road is bad.
All right.
So that was the first problem that we faced. To say, okay, if we can't get the equipment into the falls, then how are we going to have an event? You see? Then we also started getting a lot of our regular attendees from outside Vic Falls cancelling, saying we can't come. Listen, there's 18 of us. We can't fly to Vic Falls. We have to come by road, but the road is not what? It's not as friendly as possible. Then we thought, you know what? let's cancel. Let's stop this.
Then that's when you decided it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
You're highly likely to lose.
To lose more than. And you know, when you invest all this money, you also, because it's money that would have generated elsewhere, and taken it into this, hoping to take it back.
Yeah.
You know.
So let's just get straight to the issue of infrastructure.
Yeah.
Is it the Vic Falls Bulawayo Road? What's your comment? Because you're saying it affected you in 2024. We're in 2026 now.
Let's not even go there.
I can tell you though that they've completed over 35 kilometers.
It's still not enough.
Yeah.
But you see, the fact that they've started is a huge positive. And I'll tell you this for a fact: the moment this road is fixed and it's ready, it means a lot of domestic tourism is going to start coming into Vic Falls. So if the road is done, hopefully by September this year, or when, because we are also playing the waiting game. I want to do something humongous for New Year's Eve this year, but we are still.
You have to wait and see. Do you know what I'm banking on? There's supposed to be some cricket. I don't know, it's an international thing. And there's that cricket stadium being built. So I'm banking on, because of that, then government might then push for an early...
Yes, I'm not so sure whether it's 2026 or 2027. I know there's the 2026 Under-19 Cricket World Cup.
Yes. I think we're supposed to get games for the Under-19.
But I'm not so sure when those games are scheduled for.
All right.
But if it's this year, then obviously the road is going to guarantee. Then I can guarantee.
Yeah, because also when I was reading about the road, their target is December, and I always feel like anything that targets finishing up in December will not get done.
Will be February.
When we
maybe
get
next
there,
year.
it's gonna be rains, what, stop, You know how those things go.
Yes, but you know what? If the road is 80% done by September, then we're doing something huge in December. But if not, then we'll sit it out again, wait it out a bit more, because as it stands now, our focus is actually not on Mapopoma. We are focusing on something much
else,
bigger,
something different,
something similar but different.
All right,
in a way. So
now, here's where I want to take this conversation. When the show was starting, I actually mentioned, when anchor events go. It can be in Vic Falls, it can be, I don't know, in Durban, it can be in Spain, wherever. When anchor events disappear, there's a huge effect, a very, very big effect. From your side as a promoter, all right, maybe let's talk about 2025 specifically.
Yeah.
How did you feel the pulse of Vic Falls in terms of nightlife, December specifically?
Dead.
You think it was
completely dead?
Because I remember the shows you hosted, your maps in Vic Falls. There was one or two shows that were hosted at Cotton, including Oriano coming through. I know in the outskirts, what's the place? Eyadini, Esangoma.
Yeah.
There was Freddy Kwala, Ulungendo was supposed to come. I don't know if he ended up pulling up. But there were local shows that were good, but there wasn't, I think, a wow factor type thing. Shoestrings at their annual 3-day event.
Yeah, which also
Smokehouse had a lot of performances, live bands. That's what I like the way they're pushing the local live bands and DJs and stuff. But there was something that can probably call somebody from Kasane to and say, you know what, go to the Falls.
So you need to understand, when we do these festivals, they are not just for the locals. Personally, I do these festivals to push a lot of domestic tourism, because I'm saying to the Zimbabwean in Bindura, I'm saying to the Zimbabwean in Mutare, to the Zimbabwean in Mashingo, come through to the falls. So this is what you're going to get. You're going to have a chance to go on a boat cruise and do your game drives, go to the Boma, go and see the falls during the day and do all sorts of things. But at night, we've got something else to offer. So no one is going to travel for a single day event coming from outside. But if it's a multi-day, festival that has, and with Vic Falls, it's also good because we've got something else to offer outside the music, which is, the safaris.
The safaris,
that's a huge advantage for Vic Falls. Any festival that you can think of doing in Vic Falls, you've got a lot of plus. You've got a lot of positives, because outside the music, there's so much more to offer that this town has got.
With your most recent, like the Your Maps show, crowd turnout versus economic depth.
So you realize we made a big blunder as well with the Your Maps show. We didn't time it correctly. Well, we did time it correctly, but climate change also came in.
Oh yeah.
So it rained.
Yeah.
If you look at by 7:00, normally these events, when like the one-day events where you're bringing a big artist like Makadzi, or by 7, you are half full.
Yeah, there's people are already there.
Yes, but with us at 7, we had like 40 people, and we were starting to.
It was raining and
so on. But the moment the rain stopped, an influx of people coming started coming in, and I was actually standing outside at the main entrance, and I could see cars coming in and people coming
like,
in,
oh,
and I was like,
I'm sure you were like,
finally, right? And just when momentum was peaking, it rained again. And I was still at the gate, and I started seeing cars and people turning back, running away, and so on and so forth. It was a good show. The town needed it after so much time without anything really big.
Any huge,
the good thing, we had Kasani that came through.
All right, I wanted to ask about local audience versus regional.
We did have a lot of Kasani. We actually had guys from Francistown.
Yeah,
Zambia.
Nice.
Zambia is
they won't let him cross alone.
They won't let him cross alone. And
shout out to my Zambians fam.
And their Minister of Tourism actually came through to support.
Nice.
We did send out an invite to him, and
as
usual, he's a friend of the. You must know the Zambia Minister of Tourism is a friend of the festival.
All right.
If you remember 2023, he was there with the counterpart Barbara Rodzi, our Minister of Tourism, to officially open the 2023 Mapopoma Festival. They were there, so we regard him as a friend of the festival. Normally, when we send word out, he responds. So he was there. He went to welcome the artist, and they had a chat, and then they came through. But the rains obviously were not on our end.
They played a number on you.
So we did have Namibia. I'm not so sure. I didn't get to see anybody, but Wange, Vic Falls, Kasane, and Livingston. Those people came through.
They came through.
Yeah. And there were people that actually bought advance tickets that didn't even come to the show.
Oh yeah, because of the rain. Yeah. Oh man. All right, before we move on to our next segment, a great message. Any day is a cruise day with Kalai Safaris. Bring your cooler box, bring your people, because we take care of the vibes. Enjoy a dry cruise on the Zambezi for just $25 and only $20 for kids under 12. Or level it up with an all-inclusive cruise at $50 packed with snacks and drinks for the perfect chill session on the river. And hey, make sure to book early. Call or WhatsApp 0777 011 812. That number again, 0777 011 812, and let's get you cruising. Hashtag Zambezi vibes. How about that? And of course, I'm still hanging with DJ Spevar. Do you still respond when people say DJ?
No. No. I'm now Uncle Spevar.
Uncle Spevar. Oh yeah.
Even on radio.
We're hanging with Uncle Spevar.
You're hanging with
How's
Uncle
the radio
Spevar.
thing going for you?
No, I haven't been on radio for a while. I'm now working on something really big. I've got a big project. Maybe we'll talk about it. As we go.
This must be really huge. You've said big twice.
Well, it's looking to be humongous.
When we come to say festival years versus recent years, as much as you know, and also with any example of anything you might know from outside of the country, if I say when the festivals disappeared, what's the most noticeable change that you noticed? Is it fewer nights? Is it staggered arrivals? Is it reduced spending? In terms of
the numbers of arrivals, especially domestic tourism, it went down bad. You could never book a room in Vic Falls 29, 30, 31 December after June.
Yes.
If you had not booked your hotel or your lodge by June, July, August, anytime after that, to say I want to be in Falls, you would not get accommodation. But I did my own analysis, went through to the most hotels were 30%, and the number of cancellations also was humongous. So you then realize that, and with Vic Falls, it's a ripple effect. If the lodges and the hotels don't have people, all other businesses suffer. I'll give you an example of a tourist coming from an international tourist coming from Russia per se.
Yeah.
The moment they land at the hotel at the airport, money starts coming into the country.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They have somebody holding a sign, whether it's a taxi or a tour operator holding a sign. They
Doing
get
their
picked
transfers.
up, right? Get dropped off at the hotel. He gives that driver a $5 tip.
Yeah.
Another porter from the hotel takes his bags, takes them to the room.
Money comes in.
in.
That room has already been paid for.
Paid for. The porter gets $5, and he's gonna do that maybe 3-4 times in the day. When he knocks off, he's gonna pass through the lady that sells tomatoes, and that lady is gonna get $1.
Exactly.
Then passes through the butchery, buys $3, $4, $5 worth of. So all these businesses are benefiting because of that one client that has come in.
Yes.
Then he goes home, drops off the meat, takes a shower, goes to his normal hangout, spends $10 at this normal, a couple of drinks, and so on and so forth. But if you then look at it, it's the one tourist that has brought a ripple effect to the hotels, to the porters, to the lady at the market, to the butcheries, and it goes to the bars and so on and so forth. So the impact is huge. We need the festivals to come back, but it has to make sense to get the festivals to come back. Because the reason why we fail to really keep our heads above the water is this. So with a festival, people think that we only make money out of the gate takings. That's not it.
That's not it.
You see, it's the gate takings, it's the drinks, it's the food, it's the accommodation, it's the activities, and so on and so forth, right? So if a festival is getting locals, as in Vic Falls, only coming to it, it doesn't. It won't
make business
because
sense.
Javan, you are gonna leave home at 8. You're gonna have sub, and you've got your usual place where you're having pre-drinks. So by the time you get to the festival, one, you've had your supper. Two, you are 90-70% into your drinks. So the bar inside is not gonna make money. The
way you said you're 70 or 90%.
Yes,
you're only coming there for one.
You see that, and the vendors that are selling food are selling 15% of what they're supposed to have sold. But then if you have attendees coming from Gweru, Harare, whatever, Botswana or Zambia, like we always used to have over the years, you know that the bar is gonna make a huge profit. The food vendors are gonna sell out. So 2023, when we then started realizing that the number of out of town attendees was going down, we said, oh, wait.
And on that one, we're still saying that the major issue is the road, right?
It's the road. For us, it's just the road.
When it comes to the domestic tourism.
Yes. So it's the road. That's number one. Number two, we lack the infrastructure in Vic Falls. We don't have a dedicated festival venue. We tend to then just go around and look for
and
an
alternative
venue, and you go and do it. Maybe, for instance, we go to Baobab. We want to do our events at Baobab, and Vic Falls Council comes back and says, this is not a designated so we want $3,000. So I have to pay $3,000 to Vic Falls Council before I even start making money. And remember, the 3,000 is obviously going to be eaten into my profits. So you start looking at such issues, and at the end of the day, you just say, you know what, it's not worth it.
We have an infrastructure issue. And also in terms of the things that you need, the stages,
the
and
stage,
everything. Is it? I notice we always have to hire from outside, but also is a question: is it viable to own one?
It's not viable to own one in Vic Falls because we don't have festivals, we don't have big events happening every weekend. But in major cities where there's something happening every other month, it happens. If you have it in the falls, you'll be lucky to use it more than 4 times a year. So you then you weigh your options and you realize, you know what, I don't see it being a wise thing to invest in that. I'd rather just hire from Gweru or from Bulawayo, use it for 3-4 days and take it back.
Yeah. All right. Moving along. So nightlife is part of our destination infrastructure, just like airports, just like our roads. It's actually a competitiveness indicator used by cities like Dubai and Barcelona. Now, outside of major festivals, is Victoria Falls nightlife truly vibrant?
Dead.
You think it's dead?
I know someone else will come and say, but look here. Let's go back 10 years.
Yeah.
I've been in Vic Falls for 26 years.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back 10 years. When I was DJing, whether I was DJing in the Falls but Falls used to have the Wild Thing at the Kingdom. It used to have Downtime at Ilala. It used to have Croc Rock. It used to have Hunters. It used to have... so nightlife was good back then because you had so many variations. And if somebody is coming from out of town, and you know what you do when you go to Cape Town, we club hop. You go to this one, spend an hour, go to the next, spend an hour, experience that one. But
different vibes.
Then you could, because you could go to the Kingdom, you could go to Ilala, you could come to Croc Rock. We had Explorers. There used to be a nightclub at Sprayview.
Oh,
yes, it was kicking. But that was back then. Fast forward to now, when we talk of a nightlife, your choices are very limited.
All right.
Now, it's either you are there or you're not, or you're nowhere.
All right.
Yes, now, there's Cotton, which came, put the standard a bit higher in the nightlife. Fast forward to now, what do you call it? Smokehouse.
Smokehouse.
Yeah. It's not a nightclub, but they've got that vibe.
That vibe.
It's not like the Bulawayo one, really, but they do have live performances and DJs, and that has also come on. We have this place we are at. I think it's the most happening place at the moment.
At the moment, the noise makers.
The noise, we also have Comfort. So you then also realize,
you think these are not enough.
It's definitely not enough.
What is not enough? Is standard not enough? Are there fewer people in the city? What is it? Because even when you mention the places from back then, it's like there was 4 to 6 options.
Yes.
Here we can add maybe 8 shoestrings and say we've got 4 to 6 options in terms of urban type situation.
So this is what you would do if you went out. Let's go back to 2010. This is what would happen if you'd go out. If you went to Explorers, it was all your backpackers, all your overlanders. It would be packed with tourists. Tourists.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you wanted a vibe with people from all over the world, you would go to, right? If you wanted something a bit more a local vibe, you would get into to Croc Rock.
All right.
Then Wild Thing had that mixture of the locals and the international and the regional.
All right.
So you could get the best of whichever.
So maybe the issue is we are not marketing the nightlife, yet it still exists.
You see, there's been a lot of changes.
Because I've been around here for for me it's now 10 years, right? Almost 10. When I came through, where you would find or be able to vibe with tourists would be shoestrings.
Shoestrings, yeah.
That's 2016, 2017, maybe 18. I haven't been there lately, but it's still one of the places where I know you can vibe with.
You can vibe with.
You get tourists also at the newly opened Smokehouse.
I
think that's where you get most of them.
Then
your domestic, you find them here, you find them at Cotton.
Yeah.
But I'm saying maybe focusing on the international. Is there marketing?
Yeah, you are right.
Are we marketing the nightlife?
It boils down to, when someone opens a joint,
I've never seen any kind of package that says something like, and then we'll show you the nightlife or anything, or even one joint.
But the thing is this also, are these establishments, networking with the rest camp?
With the
are they networking with the lodges to say, listen, you guys have got these guys during the day doing A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
Come nightlife, we've got this to offer.
Yeah.
We've got a big screen. We can air your Formula One. There's cricket right now.
Yes.
There was the what, I'm not a soccer fan. I'm not really into.
Yeah, but
there was this Africa Cup.
Oh, yeah, there was AFCON. Things like
AFCON.
that. Yeah.
Even the tourists would want to come and say, okay, let's see Zim playing against South Africa.
Yeah.
But which facility in this town has got that? I mean, which joint in this town has got that facility? Where if you and I say
where there is that big screen,
J Van,
the closest big screen we have is across the border at Limpopo.
At Limpopo. So I'm saying to you, where can we go and watch soccer?
Yeah,
you know, I'm talking of clean toilets, good environment, good food, good drinks. Where would you go? Right now, if you had 16 tourists,
I have my places.
No, listen.
I think they're okay. They're not marketed.
Hold on. If I gave you 20 tourists today, okay. If I gave you today, say, look,
20.
I'm busy. Can you take my 20 tourists for a nightlife in the Falls? But they want to watch AFCON. Okay? Which establishment are you going to take them that has got the right facilities for such? Is my question.
All right.
So it's not really about the market not being there. For me, it's the product not being there.
You feel that the standards are not. They need to.
You see, when we talk of standards, standards vary according to the owner of the establishment.
Yeah.
For one guy may tell you, I'm focusing on my local market, so I have no reason to
add this type of. I get you.
So when you get the 20 tourists that want to come and watch, they end up just staying at the hotel, at the hotel bar, and then they just ask, "Can you please put this channel for us?"
Oh yes.
Because we are not offering that service. And I've asked you if you could answer me here, if I give you 20 tourists today,
for soccer. I'll bring them here.
Okay,
if
the Saturday,
that's where I watch my Arsenal.
All right, yes, but then you're gonna realize that the Arsenal is playing here. You've got 300 locals that are also here to watch.
Yeah. And then it becomes maybe not enough. That's what you're saying. You did. But who's going to? All right. Because I'm thinking, who's going to invest a whole lot in an idea compared to the reality?
You see, the thing is this.
Because I would rather, like, say, grow gradually.
If the product is there, the people will come.
All right, I get you.
If the product is there, the people will come.
All right. Hey, man. Talking about Nightlife, life follows. I know we're going to get some whatever for that, but that's what we need. We need to keep the conversations as honest as possible. Then when you compare Vic Falls, I think it will be the same answer if you were to compare it with the outside world.
Like I said earlier,
particularly tourism destinations like your Cape Town, with regards to nightlife.
I'm going to be very honest and very brutal on this one. If we go to Cape Town today, it's packed. Why? It's not a very expensive destination. If we were to fly from Harare, if someone is in Harare and they want to fly into Vic Falls, a return ticket is going to cost them $400 and something. Okay, for that same guy in Harare to fly to Cape Town, a return ticket is going to be 200 and something. Right? A hotel like Rainbow is going to be $70 a night, including breakfast. But when they come here, that same hotel is $180. So you need to understand the dynamics are quite different.
We're working against ourselves.
Vic Falls generally is a very expensive destination.
Yeah. All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Which makes the number of arrivals also a bit tricky. Because you find even the South Africans now, it's difficult for them to come into. They used to come big time, but now it's very difficult for them to come in because they're saying the rate of the rand to the US dollar. There's that.
Yeah, and it's real.
Same thing
real.
with the Zambians. They're saying, the kwacha against the dollar. Same thing with the Tswanas. The pula against the dollar. So some of these things are now we're looking at this at ministerial level, I guess. But this is just me. I'm saying for us to really start getting big numbers and competing with some of these destinations, we need to be competitive.
And the destination without the nightlife becomes a stopover.
Exactly.
Not a lifestyle destination. So we really need to do something about the nightlife.
That's why you find arrivals in the falls. It's rare to get a tourist that's going to stay for more than 3 nights. It's very rare.
I get you.
You see now.
All right. Now I want us to move on to maybe a little bit back to the local artists, but after this one right here. So if you're looking to capture life's best moments in stunning detail, whether it's a wedding, birthday, corporate event, or filming your Victoria Falls getaway, Aqua Real Films has you covered. Their creative team brings your story to life through professional photo shoots and videos that speak emotion, adventure, and style. From safari sunsets to dance floor highlights, they'll make sure every moment is remembered. You can call or WhatsApp 0788 074 134. That number again, 0788 074 134. Aqua Real Films. Capture, create, cherish. Book your shoot today and let your memories flow like the Zambezi. I love the last part there. And of course, I'm still hanging out with Uncle Spevar, Patrick Musonza. We're talking Vic Falls Entertainment, the nightlife particularly, and also the December Pulse. That is, we're quite feeling a void. If anybody knows Vic Falls, a little bit of a void because of the big events that used to happen. I'm talking about your Mapopoma, I'm talking about your Vic Falls Carnival. Those were the biggest shows that would actually bring people from outside of Victoria Falls. I mean, the rest of the country will come here for something like Mapopoma, and the whole world would actually come here for something like the Vic Falls Carnival. Now we don't have that, and we need to ponder and get to understand exactly what needs to be done so that we can actually bring that vibe back. And of course, it's Vic Falls is not really the only place that is facing similar things have happened in other countries outside of the country, whereby a tourist destination or an entertainment destination, an international destination, has certain events coming off. That's obviously going to have a little bit of an effect. But if you're intentional, there needs to be intentional efforts to actually bring that back. And then now I want us to talk about something I wanted to ask about local artists. Do you think our local artists are being positioned as true attractions for tourists, or they're just there being positioned as opening acts? Are we positioning our artists as attractions for tourism?
Right. The issue of local talent is a bit tricky. I can talk about the Vic Falls local acts because I work with some of them, or if not most of them. The sad part is attitude.
All right.
You try and try and position the local artists to a certain platform or to a certain stage, but the attitude is a bit difficult. They make it so difficult to work with. It's so difficult to work with. It's easier for me to get an artist from Wange.
All right.
From discussions to advertising the show. I'll give you an example. Say I'm bringing your maps. Then I say, Jevan, I want you on the event so that we push this together. For me to get you to put even an advert on your status, is a challenge.
All right.
It's rare to even get other artists or DJs that will come and say, listen, Blas, give us tickets so that we push them for you. Because remember, I am creating a platform to showcase your talent alongside a big act.
All right.
Then sometimes, even the performance charges, they end up being so ridiculous to a point whereby you just say, you know what, let me leave this one. And then you move on to the next. And it also takes understanding, because it's not every show that's going to make it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's no one who gets into an event to do a show that has to be a flop. But flops are normal.
Yeah.
And they happen quite often.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. And then when that happens, for you to then get understanding also, to say, but look, my guy, things didn't really go well, and they're not having that.
All right.
So up until we have a common goal between the promoter and the artist. Because my question to local artists is this: if you guys think, you know, you've got it, I am willing to book a venue and have all the equipment there, okay, and tell them, here is the stage.
Here is the stage.
You market it, fill this place up.
Yeah, and make your money.
And make the money. You know?
Yeah.
But because remember, but remember, these guys are riding on my wallet, my marketing, my resources. Right? The least that somebody can do is to come in and support that. And I'm not saying support it financially, but I'm saying, if I say I'm bringing a big act and I'm putting you there, you are upcoming, you must be pushing that event more than me. You get it? Because it's a platform.
When you say to them, okay, let me approach this one, you approach them with money.
Yes, exactly. But this is why I'm saying it. Then I come to you, Javan. Do you want to be part and parcel of the lineup? Yes. How much? Then someone starts off at 450 and say, 450 is a bit what? It's a bit too much. Let's try and meet halfway. And then they tell you, that's my I'm not going to say names. There's a local artist that I approached the other time, and I said, look, I think you are talented, and I would like us to work together. And he says, no problem. I'll charge you $100 per song. And then I'm like, okay, I want you to perform for 45 minutes. That means you're going to do, give or take, 8 songs or 12 songs.
So I owe you 1.2.
So I owe you 1.2. The artist that I'm bringing is already charging me flights, accommodation, performance fees, food. I'm paying for the venue. I'm paying for the tech rider. I'm paying for all that. Then the person that I thought would give me a soft landing and cushioning is the local act, who would say, listen, let's hold hands and go together forward. You know, if I start off at 250 and we grow together, I'm going to get to a point where someone is going to see me and say, I want Javan in Wange. So the moment you're going outside of town, obviously your charge goes up, you know? So this is the type of platform that we'll be trying to put out there. But we are not getting the support.
All right. I get
from the local.
I get you. You know, I think there is a very huge issue of mistrust between promoters and artists, because also the artists will be like, okay, I know I've got local fans. Let's say they've got their fan base local. They'll be like, I know I've got my local fan base. I know that guy is very huge. He's probably being paid 3,000 or even 10 grand. Some of these people that you guys hire, they charge.
True.
But why are they failing to pay me 500? You understand? So it becomes an issue of lack of trust, whereby they're saying Spevar is making a whole lot of money.
I disagree.
But the parity between the local and whomsoever, I think that's what is a lot of
no. This is tried and tested. I've had an artist that came to me and say, I want $600. Local act.
Yeah.
Then I said, it's fine. I'm not going to pay you 800. I'm not going to pay you 600. I'm going to give you tickets
worth
$600.
And then you
sell them and you pay yourself.
You get your
and that's the new sort of like approach that I'm using these days. I approach a local artist. They tell me I'm 150. I don't give you 150 US. I give you tickets with 150. If you don't manage to sell them, it means you are not bringing the 152 to the project
that you want to be paid for. Yeah.
If I have to pay you $600, are you giving me a service with $600? Are you going to be able to bring people to come and watch you that are willing to pay you the $600? Okay. So with me, what I've done now with the local acts If someone says, I want $300, I'll give you tickets with $300. If it's $100, I'll give you tickets with $100.
Go and sell those tickets.
Go and sell.
Prove your value. That's
because remember, like I'll go back to that point where I said, I can put up the venue, I'll pay for the venue, I'll put up the screens, I'll put up the stage, I'll put up everything.
Yeah.
Right? You as local artists come together and host a show.
Yeah.
Okay? Are you going to be able to get 1,000 people to come and attend that event? I'm bringing an artist that can bring 4,000 people.
Yeah.
What I'm bringing for you value-wise is the platform.
Yeah. Because the people came to see that guy.
But they are seeing you as well.
All right. Yeah. I get you. I totally get you. All right. I think, how many minutes do we have, master producer? Are we over 1 hour? We're not. Then it was still good. We actually spoke about the road, man. We spoke about the item. I think now maybe if we can come to some quick fire questions, or rather maybe let's do the closing and then we play the game afterwards. What realistically needs to change? What would you say realistically needs to change in terms of that whole pulse we used to have in December coming back, and in terms of the nightlife of Victoria Falls in general?
If we have to talk of going back to when we used to have the big events, I think being honest, the first and foremost is the road. Once the road is fixed and our domestic travelers can now start coming through to the falls, it makes life very easy for us. Even the equipment that we're bringing from outside, it can get here undamaged. So I think that's one of the contributing factors. Number two, there is this tendency from the locals. When you put out tickets, like advance tickets, advance tickets help us to plan. So we need to come to the table and join Botswana, join Zambia, join South Africa and the rest of the world, whereby we say there's an event coming in September. Here are advance tickets. Advance tickets really help us to judge, to say, we've sold 4,000 tickets. I think we'll get to 6,000. Right? One, it makes me bring in the correct amount of equipment. Bars, even people selling food and so on. And in generally, it helps us to plan.
I get you. I get you on that one.
So
advance tickets.
Advance
buy
tickets.
Your advance tickets.
Buy your advance tickets. Buy them from a reputable outlet.
According to what's written there. If you say they are found at this place, go to that.
Let me tell you why that's important. If anything happens and the show doesn't happen, you know where to go back. You know where
to take your ticket back.
And redeem your money back. You understand? So I think those are some of the contributing factors to.
Do you think it's important to have a fixed annual events type of calendar?
Yes, it is important because it helps, especially those people coming from out of town, to plan. If someone says there's Mapopoma happening in December, people start saving early. So they'll tell you, okay, January to March, I'm saving money for my accommodation. Then March to such and such, I'm saving. If they want to fly here, I'm saving money to buy my flight tickets. Then the rest, it's now money for my activities.
Because if you already know you're going to have this festival, you buy the ticket early in the year. You already have your accommodation. By the time you come,
it's the same thing with the tourists. All the tourists that you see that come here, they plan years in advance. Some of them, to say, okay, I need 15 grand to do my tour that I want. So they can take 3 years, maybe. Putting money aside, paying. Once that's enough, you pay for. It's like flights. If you pay for your flights ahead of time, they're a bit cheaper. So it's important for us to have such calendars.
And then the role of public-private partnerships.
That's also a bit tricky, but important and necessary because of brand visibility, and it makes even life easier for the promoter. The moment you have partners, say a big festival is coming into Vic Falls. I'll give you an example from when we used to work with the Kingdom.
Yeah.
So the Kingdom will say, bring all your artists to stay with us, free.
Yeah.
You know, that's already, cushioning for me to say, okay, I now have somewhere for my artists to go and stay. Then you for someone like Kalai Safaris will come in and say, Patrick, you've got these artists coming. I've got a boat cruise for them. You know, that also works to have such partnerships and sponsorships coming through. It makes life easy, and it makes even the artists, when they get here, their experience is good. Their stay here is also quite good.
I wanted to say, is it harder to get partnerships with big organizations being based in Victoria Falls?
It's more difficult to get sponsorship and partnership from local companies than it is from getting from outside.
Why is that?
But now that we're talking about that, I want to come to a point. When we used to have Carnival and Mapopoma happening, every lodge and every hotel would be fully booked. Okay? They were benefiting. So the lodges were benefiting, the liquor shops were benefiting, the restaurants were benefiting, because we were bringing the people into this town, to come in, not just for the festival, but to also do all sorts of things. If you look at even the rainforest, the numbers would be, whenever we had those events, the numbers would be astronomical.
Yeah, definitely.
So it would have been, I would have thought all these guys, it would be in their best interest to say, listen, let's partner the partnerships are not monetary all the time. You can come in and just give us a soft landing. If we partner with Air Zimbabwe, for interest sake, Air Zimbabwe will say, okay, we'll fly the artists for you, and then Krista Spreview will come in and say, we'll take care of this batch of artists for you. It makes life easy, even planning for me to say, okay, I have, and we've got the facilities in the falls. We've got those facilities. I don't know what we need to do. We've written proposals, we've sat down, we've had meetings. They know. What I've noticed is, whether they partner with us or not, they know they're going to benefit. And either way.
All right.
So it's that kind of approach that they have. Whereas they would say, listen, let's.
But I think it becomes a loss now when you do not have those events.
Exactly.
Because whatever numbers they're going to report, if we're being honest, I was just looking at just a basic overview and stuff.
Yes.
If you look at like 2015, 2016, it would be said that peak festive occupancy would be cited at between 85 and 90. There were certain places would report 85 and 90%.
Yes.
Those are the carnival days. Those are the Mapopoma days.
Yeah.
Afterwards, COVID came. Afterwards, things are coming back. But they're not getting to that peak.
They won't get to that peak as long as we don't have the festivals happening. Because we're saying the festivals were the icing on the cake onto the tourism. We were saying to people, come to the falls. Someone will come here and spend 4 days. Maybe you know how the local market is. They won't go for the rafting and do. So they'll do the traditional boat cruise, game drive, Boma, the falls, and that's it.
And then now they want to
exactly. So they know that they can come and do this during the day, and at night they've got something to look forward to.
Yeah. Hey, man. It's been great. Let's just do this one final thing. This one is a quick fire round. Basically, what you need to do is just give me short answers. First thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Best nightlife city you have experienced outside of Zimbabwe?
Amsterdam.
One thing Victoria Falls nightlife does well already. What are we doing well?
Drinking.
All right. One thing it urgently needs to fix.
The road.
Yeah. Artist or DJ, local or international, who sets the benchmark for live energy?
DJs.
Yeah. Biggest misconception people have about events promotion?
That we make a lot of money.
I knew that one. That's what I was going to say. Spevar famba nemarezo. One event idea Victoria Falls should try but hasn't yet.
multi-day festivals, camping on site, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say including like afternoon things.
Yes.
I think also we focus too much on the night.
No, that's why I was saying multi-day camping on site, such that because if you've got people staying on site at the festival
the activities going on,
you've got activity. You can then do your pool parties during the day. You can do your beach party, and as things get gearing up for the night.
Yeah, that's a dope one. All right, the final one: festival or year-round nightlife. If you had to choose one, festival or year-round nightlife.
For Vic Falls?
Yeah,
I think all year round.
All year round.
It's good for the. It will be good for the town.
It will be good for us.
Yeah.
Hey, because I hear people telling me about Durban and Cape Town and how you can just be in one street and just hop from place to place. Because I think when people come for holiday, they're looking for a whole lot of experiences, and if we just keep it for those activities that we do, then it means people just come and do 3-4 things and
go out.
And go out. Especially, our neighbors, if they build nice clubs now, we don't have a problem. That 24-hour boat is not for us, it's for them.
But look at Livingston.
Yeah,
their nightlife
is
spot on.
It's spot on, definitely. So yeah, man, thank you so much for tuning into Views and Vibes with J-Van. You know how we do. This is the very first episode, 2026. If you're watching this at this point, then it means you watched until the end. We truly, truly appreciate you. Today, we're shooting from Victoria Falls, Chisanyama, one of the most happening places ever, right here in Vic Falls. And of course, we're talking nightlife. So make sure if you pull through to Victoria Falls, then you can actually pull up to Chisanyama or Chisanyama and have a little bit of fun as you stay here. And we're going to be doing more episodes as we go on. Each and every week, we're going to be dropping something brand new. But for the first episode for 2026, my brother, cheers and thank you so much. This is Patrick Spevar Musonza, one of the
Uncle Spevar
now. Uncle Spevar now, one of the biggest promoters from Vic Falls. And of course, wait, I forgot to ask you.
Yeah.
Big thing for this year. What else are we doing? Is Mapopoma coming back or there's something new?
It even scares me what is coming. We started it last year. It's called the Vic Falls Food and Wine Festival.
Yes, that one.
We had about 5 countries last year. Mm-hmm. This year, oh boy.
Yeah.
We've got 14 countries already that have come on. We've got big partnerships. We've got big sponsorship that is coming through. We are looking at making it a 2-week program whereby we've got conferencing and learning. We want to do workshops.
All right.
Because I'm now pushing more the creative economy. Okay. Creative economy, we're talking food, we're talking fashion, we're talking, arts and crafts, with anything to do with arts. Yeah. And we are working closely right now, almost there with the AU creative economy portfolio.
Yes.
We are working on something something huge.
Sounds exciting.
So our dates have also moved from May, June. Mm-hmm. We've moved them to September when it's a bit warmer.
Yeah. May, June is quite cold.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's what's on the cards at the moment. But Mapopoma, we're still on the fence, depending on the
road. Yeah. So man, if the road is fixed, Mapopoma might come back, but definitely we're having the Victoria Falls Food and Wine Festival. Yeah. So hey man, those are my last words, guys. Please subscribe. And just subscribe to Romo Media on YouTube there, and make sure you give us a like so that each and every time we drop something, you are the first one to watch it. Otherwise, thank you so much for the love. DJ J-Van signing out. Ayobar.